Hey, listen, if you're looking to get hired as a freight agent and you have no experience and you have no book of business, lean in really quick because I'm going to share with you a 5-step process that is virtually guaranteed to help you get hired as a freight agent. Okay, so I want you to lean in really quick. It's 5 parts. Number 1, you have to get trained, okay? You have to get some sort of training. There are 3 primary ways you're gonna get trained. The importance of training is this. Number 1, you're gonna learn the lingo, you're gonna learn the language, you're gonna learn some of the nuances, you're gonna learn the industry speak. That's important, okay? Number 2, you're gonna learn the processes associated with getting customers and carriers and invoicing, posting loads and dispatching and all those sorts of things, all the best practices associated with that. You're also gonna get the mistakes to avoid, right? The lessons that you can avoid that could cost you thousands of dollars or more, and you learn all those in advance in some form of a training. Now, the 3 ways I recommend you get trained. One is you go get hired as a W-2 employee for a freight brokerage, right? You could do that. You could find a local company and get hired. That might be a little more challenging, but that is an option, right? Learning on the job is a great way to do that. Second way to do it is you could attend some sort of classroom training at maybe a university or a school, or you could travel. In most cases, that might require you to travel to another city, take time away from your friends and family and home and job. But there are options there where you can do face-to-face classroom type settings. And then there's the online training program, right? I've had freightbrokerbootcamp.com for well over a decade. We've trained over 10,000 students through that program. So you can do an all online training where you go at your own pace. It's self-paced. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. All you need is a computer with an internet access, and you can learn all of those things that you need, right? The fundamental training that you're going to need in order to become a successful freight broker or freight agent. Number 2, set up your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so LinkedIn is the world's largest professional networking site. It's kind of like Facebook or Instagram for business, right? But it's a lot more powerful and it's a lot more profitable for freight brokers. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to set up a LinkedIn profile. It's absolutely free. It costs you $0. You'll set up that profile for free and then you'll optimize that profile to make sure you're making a good first impression. Now, the reason why you need this LinkedIn profile is very simple. All right. When you are looking to reach out to a freight broker to partner with as a freight agent, one of the first things they're going to do is they're going to do a little bit of due diligence on you. They're going to do a little bit of a background check. They're going to probably look on Google and they're going to search your name. And one of the first things that'll come up if you set up your LinkedIn profile, I should say, as a freight broker, freight agent on LinkedIn is your LinkedIn profile. Right? And so then they can click on that profile and it's going to kind of give them a history and tell them the story and make that good first impression. All right. The same thing will go for when you become a freight agent. That's what shippers will do as well. So you're definitely going to want to have a LinkedIn profile. It's kind of like your professional bio of sorts. All right. I don't have time to get into a big long training about how to optimize it, but you're obviously going to want to optimize the headline, the header, the image, some of your experience, some of the background. So it's not a resume. I don't want you to confuse it with that. But listen, that reminds me, there's one thing I want you to understand. At the end of this, I'm actually going to give you a link to a free resource where you can download the cheat sheet that's going to highlight all this on how to get hired as a freight agent in 5 simple steps, even if you don't have experience, even if you don't have a book of business, okay? So step number 3 is visit freightbrokerbootcamp.com/jobs. Now, that is a job board that I put together specifically for freight brokers and freight agents, all right? Now, it's one of a kind as far as I know, and what you can do is if you are a freight broker or freight agent looking to hire somebody, you can go post a free job ad on there. If you are a freight agent, freight broker looking to get hired, you can go there and apply for jobs. Now, there are different job postings on there. Some of those brokers require you to have some experience or a book of business, and many of them do not require any experience or book of business. So you can go on there, you can check that out. That's a great resource. The second thing you'd want to do is probably make a list of some of the local freight brokerages in your area, typically small to medium-sized companies. We don't want to be going after the largest companies, not C.H. Robinson, not TQL, not Coyote, not XPO, none of those big brokerages, right? You want to focus on small to medium-sized companies. Maybe they're doing $1 million, $5 million, $10 million, $20 million a year in sales. They've been around for 1, 3, 5 years, and they're looking to grow. And so those would be the ones I'd want to make a list of, okay? So you're going to go to the job board and you're also going to make a list of local brokers in your area, okay? Step number 4 is you're going to connect with those brokers via email, phone, LinkedIn, or face-to-face if they are local. So you're going to do some outreach to them. You're going to start a dialogue. You're going to start communicating with them. And I would use all of those channels, right? I like to use email, LinkedIn, face-to-face, phone, all of those, because it increases the likelihood, number one, that you're going to get through to them. And you're also going to obviously have to follow up with them, right? So it's kind of like a sales process in a way, because you are looking to get hired as a freight agent, an independent freight agent, right? Where you're going to get paid a high commission, typically somewhere between 50 and 70%. And number 5 is this. It's really simple. In that outreach, in those conversations, once you start a dialogue, you're going to ask for an opportunity. But the most important part of asking for that opportunity is explaining and sharing your why. Why are you interested in doing this business? Have you been a truck driver for 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years and you're looking to get off the road and spend more time with your family and you just want to leverage all the experience and contacts that you have? That's a great reason. Are you the spouse of a truck driver and you're looking to supplement the income because things have gotten tighter because maybe, your husband had some health issues or your wife had some health issues, and so you want to supplement the income? Another great reason. Maybe you were a shipping manager and you got downsized during some sort of a layoff or downsizing, and you've got a lot of experience in and around logistics, and you're just looking to work from home and help support your family, right? That's another great reason. There's many, many reasons, but telling your story on why, right? Obviously, you want people to invest in you, and so you have to be willing to share and open up to them to develop that rapport, build that relationship. Because again, remember, resumes don't sell. Job applications don't get you a job. With this, you're going to connect with the owners, the hiring managers, the sales managers, and you're going to ask for an opportunity and explain why. Ideally over the phone or face-to-face, but email is a great starting point, as is LinkedIn, okay? So those are the 5 steps, but I'm going to give you a bonus tip. And remember, I want you to stick around to the end here because I'm going to give you a link where you can download the cheat sheet, which is going to summarize all of this for you, okay? But the bonus tip is this. If for some reason you do everything I tell you in this video, and for whatever reason you have not gotten hired by a freight broker, which would be extremely rare. If you had conversations with 10 or 20 or 30 different brokers, I would be absolutely stunned and shocked if you didn't get an opportunity. Matter of fact, I've never had anybody come back to me that's done that and actually not gotten an opportunity using this step-by-step process. But ultimately, if for some reason you don't, what I want you to do is I want you to go on LinkedIn, and I want you to search for freight broker agents. Now, freight broker agents are obviously agents that are working under a licensed freight broker. I want you to find an experienced agent who's got a year or 3 or 5 or 10 years of experience. They've already got a business. They've already got positive cash flow. And what I want you to do is repeat steps 1 through 5 with those freight agents. The reason why I want you to do that is because you could become what's called a sub-agent. Now, a sub-agent is someone who is an agent that works under a freight agent. So you would not be working directly for the broker, right? The freight agent would have a contract with the broker and you would have a contract with the freight agent, and you would get paid a commission, typically somewhere maybe in the 40 to 50% of the profit range, working under that broker, okay? So that's virtually guaranteed steps and process, as well as the bonus steps on how you can get an opportunity and get hired as a freight agent with no experience and no book of business, all right? So here, lean in really quick, pay attention. If you are looking for the cheat sheet, how to get hired, and you want me to summarize this and give it to you so you can print it out and you can follow these steps, go to freightbrokerbootcamp.com/get hired. Again, freightbrokerbootcamp.com/get hired. That's all you got to do. You'll be able to download that for free. Thank you so much for being here. If you're curious about becoming a freight broker or a freight agent, and you're looking for some help and you need to connect the dots, you need some training, go check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com. Like I said, we've trained over 10,000 students in the last decade. I've personally done over $200 million as a freight broker, and we offer a 60-day, 100% unconditional money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Check that out at freightbrokerbootcamp.com. Again, make sure you get that free download. Hit like on this video. If you're not subscribed to YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the all notifications bell, and we'll see you in the next training.